Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is the Jonas Show, morning show. Jonas Morning Show. This is just something that I'm trying out, something new. Bear with me. This is a test broadcast, and just trying to see how many people I can get to participate, so that we can get a feeling of how I want the show to go. So let me just wait to see if a few people trickle in, and then pretty much we're building it together. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everything is going all right with you all. Going all right with you all. Orlando Health calling me. Don't know why. But today, I hope that we can all be on the same accord, and I have some feedback. I want to talk about relationship and marriage, but I need people to banter. So if you're watching, make sure you leave a comment so we can banter. This is all interaction between the audience and myself. I hope you can all hear me okay. If you can hear me, can I get a like or a thumbs up, something, or I hear you? Eh. Just gonna wait a little bit. I have some background music, so hopefully you all are hearing that. Let me actually test the. I'm testing the live. This. I need that generator. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Up on my page. Okay, I think that's that music. Okay. Relationship to marriage. Did I mess up? Okay, cool. Keep that on. Let's go to Facebook here. So starting a relationship and then going into marriage. That's the topic that I want to talk about. Hmm. I'm already seeing that one big thing is I'm gonna need somebody to banter with to make sure that we stay on topic, because relying on people just to show up and then you banter, that's a fail recipe. So let me just go over the show breakdown. I think is a great idea. So I always start with a welcoming, just welcoming you all to the live, right? And then I go into some news, around the world news. Oh, one thing that I just found out is that Barbados is breaking away from the UK. Uh, what is it? They said the Queen, so I'm assuming it's the UK. They want to be independent, fully independent, and I like that. Being as a Haitian immigrant, but I always say I'm a Haitian, regardless. Being Haitian and being fully independent, I can understand why a country would want to break ties from their oppressor and become their own entity. Um, I speak highly of Haiti, regardless of what's going on with Haiti right now. I I speak highly of Haiti, and I'm always proud of Haiti because of where Haiti was and where Haiti is going to be. There's a lot of powers that be that's pushing that out, but hey, um, we got our own. Regardless of how everyone feel, y'all don't even got your own country or your own island. So keep working on it. But anyways, so and then it goes into local news. I don't have any local news today. Unprepared, but it's okay. And then we I really wanted to fall into the topic of marriage. Like, when do you know that you're ready for marriage, or when do you know that you're ready for a relationship? I have, I well, I don't have. I know plenty of people that are married, and I know plenty of people that are in a relationship, and I know plenty of people that you know are in situationships. Like situationships are you're not together, you're not married, you're not in a relationship, but fornication is happening, and there's plenty of that. So, anyways, um, let's get into marriage. So I googled like signs that tell you your things that you can look out for to know that you're ready for marriage. There's a 17 part from brides.com or something like that, uh, that questions that you have to answer to yourself to realize if you're ready for marriage or not. Um, and then I went to this other site which only have seven. So this 17 part, I feel like it's more in the on the dreamy side, but hey, that's I'm pretty sure they came up with this from some type of data. And then the seven, I think it's more realistic and questions about yourself, like am I ready versus are we ready. So the first 17 part is pretty much are we ready for marriage, and the seven step one is am I ready for marriage. It's more tailored to the one person, but marriage is not just one person, it's two or three, four, five. If you're into that type of stuff, we're not gonna leave them out. So number one, 17 ways to know if you're ready for marriage. Number one, you love yourself. Yeah, right. Everyone would say you have to love yourself before you can get married. So I can take that one. Number two, you start seriously relating to love songs you once called silly. I guess that depends on the person, right? There's people that don't even listen to love songs at all. So I don't know. I think that one's more on the dreamy end. Number three, you're not still searching for a better half, a better half. Like some of y'all in some situationships, right? That you're with someone, but you're still searching for a better person. Yeah, yeah. Ugh. Anyways, that was number three. Number four, you've got more than your significant other on your side. You got more than your significant other on your side. I guess that means you bring more than just having someone next to you to the table. So I guess that can go into financial issues or I don't know. That's very broad. You got more than just your other on your side. What does that mean? Anyways, number five, you kind of feel like a superhero together. When y'all together, y'all feel superly. Okay, I can take that. Okay, I can take that. Number 6, you have no problem apologizing. Yes. One of the things that old heads will always tell you is that uh, if you want an everlasting relationship, you got to know how to lose, right? You got to know how to say, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. So, yeah, you got to know when you're wrong. Okay. Number 7, you don't threaten to leave when discussions get heated. Who? I'm 50-50 on that. What do they mean by leaving? Like, if you're in a heated argument and you want to just fall back for a little bit because you know your type and you need to cool down, that's different. If you go to the store for some milk and never come back, well, you already have your answer, right? So again, it all depends on the situation. I'm the type that if we're having a heated discussion, I'm gonna pull back a little bit because I don't want I don't want to say the wrong things and let my emotions kind of drive me. So I'm gonna step back just a little bit, think about it, and then we, table it for a little bit, come back, and then we have that discussion. But this is saying, and it's just broad, and I'm pretty sure there's a more elaborate kind of questioning or elaborate focus on this, but yeah. So I do kind of retreat, but I do come back, and then we finish off the discussion. So, Michael, thank you for joining the live. He said it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. That's another discussion, and we can talk privately about that because I know what you're talking about, and yeah. So we'll talk about that later, right? Number 8, you can discuss X with minimal drama. So being able to talk about your past and not get into heated discussions about your past. I don't know why you would. Well, apparently that person has gone out their life, and for them to talk about it, have some type of comfort level with you to be like, hey, this is who I was, this is what happened in my past, and boom. A lot of people hide their past. So if somebody can openly talk about their ex, not like, oh, I still feel for my ex, but like, hey, this is what we did, this is who we were, and comfortable of saying that to you, that means they probably have moved on and they're just, expressing that with you. So I do believe that's a good one. Number 9, you recognize effects in the efforts is mandatory. You realize efforts is mandatory. Okay, let's go to the next one. 11, you're fiscally stable-ish. They put an ish in the end. This was a big one for me. If you pay attention to marriage and people that are still together and people that are, have been divorced, I think a lot of times it falls into a financial situation, right? Where the person feels like the other one isn't contributing the same amount, or they don't see an effort, especially for men. Men has to be, let me not say have to, but the majority of relationships, men are not so provider, but they are held to regard of being financially responsible for a lot of things. So like, if you don't got no money and you got the wrong one, it probably won't last. And to be honest, if you don't got money for a long time, most definitely I could say it won't last because, people like to do things like take trips, go out to eat, go out to have fun, go shopping. And if you're the type of person that never has money, it gets old quick. Like, let's just tailor it to your friends, right? Y'all go on a group trip, you know what I mean? Y'all want to do XYZ, and then you have this friend that, you know, maybe thought everything was going to be for free, maybe thought the friends are going to, look out for them, and then, they kind of change the dynamic of the trip. Yeah, let's not go there, or y'all really want to do that? Like when you're not financially stable, you start to bring excuses because you don't want to expose yourself and say, hey, I know I should have stayed home, but I really wanted to go to the trip. I just had enough, to really get here and not really have the fun that you want. You all want to have. But there's two things that you could do: being with your friend and want to be with them and not afford to do the things that they're doing. That's cool, because a lot of times, you all chill in the hotel or whatever. So maybe as and I'm getting off topic here, but anyways, let me go to the next one. That's just like finding you can be broke, right? But you can still find fun being broke. It just, you have to try harder. But in a relationship, there's a lot of things that you can find to do, but you're going to need some type of money. Number 12, you're willing to participate in each other's hobbies. I don't know. Sometimes you got your thing, sometimes I got my thing. I don't see how that could be a deal breaker. Number 13, you don't need intimate, inanimate objects to have a good time. Inanimate objects to have a good time. I don't know what that means. Like dildos or something? I don't know. Hey, Annalie, thank you for joining. You said you had an experience. What experience did you have? Oh, so Annalie says she had an experience, and I'm just trying to find out exactly what experience that she had, so we can kind of dive deeper into that. So until she come back, I'm gonna go to the next one. So you don't. So I guess it's like cars, houses. Like you guys can be just with each other and not and not have this uh to objects, like to the car, to the house. You got to have these to feel some type of love or some type of togetherness because of those objects. So I can feel that. Let's see. Number 14, you don't set tests for one another. Yeah. I told my girl that before. Like, I'm tired of these tests. Okay, Emily, when a friend didn't have money. Oh, yes. I had to get off of that because I know we could talk for days about that. But here's the thing, though, right? Your friend doesn't have money, but they still, not having money, they still pay for that flight, maybe pay for that hotel just to be with you all. I know you don't have to hinder your vacation, but that friend itself need to be the bigger person and be upfront and say, hey, I'm gonna pull back on certain things because of the fun. I mean, because of the funds, but while we here, we can still go to the pool. She probably can still order drinks, or y'all can order drinks and have fun, and then y'all branch out. And so, just because that friend financial situation wasn't up to yours, they still paid for the flight. They still paid for the hotel. So, I mean, if they did that, okay, maybe you're not going to go on all of the trips today. Maybe you're just going to do certain this and that, but it doesn't have to be a downer. You can find your ways to still have fun, because I remember going on a trip and I wasn't going to go, and last minute I decided to go, and my funds were low, so I picked and choose what I wanted to do. I didn't get mad when they wanted to do this, they wanted to do that. So it's really about how you put yourself into the situation and how you handle it. So that's really important, to be honest with you. But it still costs money to get to on the flight and to get to the location. So, you know, they still paid something. They're not going to pay as much as you, but that's okay. Where was I? Oh, number 15. You're still discovering new things about one another. Yes. So me and my girl started taking walks. We do it on the weekend, on the weekdays. I'm still trying to push her to get up early in the morning to take these walks with me. But uh, so what was I saying? Oh, discovering new things. So my girl asked me a question. Do you know? I guess because we were walking and the park has a whole bunch of animals just in display, through the sidewalk and everything. And she's like, "Do you know what my favorite animal is?" It took me like 5 tries. She let me try, but I eventually got koala bear with all the hints she was giving me. She was like, "Yeah, it's not this, it's not that," So I eventually figured out it was a koala bear. But yeah, I felt good. I felt good of finding the little things about her. That her favorite animal was a koala bear. So yeah, that is a good feeling. Number 16, you start putting them down as your emergency contact. Oh, that's a big one, right? I don't know if I have put my girl on my emergency contact yet. However, I have put her pinned in my messages. I don't know if that signifies that's even something like, oh yeah, we see a sign. But for me, that means that's an important person in my life, and I want their messages to always be seen. Like I would always look for her in my messages, but now she's the first one in my messages. So putting you as an emergency contact, yeah, that's real. That says if something happens to me, I want you to be the first one to find out. Who you got on your emergency contact? Let's find out who. Put your comments below. Who you got in your emergency contact? All right. All right, and the last one of the 17 signs to know you're ready for marriage is your partner relates to all of these signs. I bet. So really it's 16 signs, right? Okay, like I said, this one, I mean, after reading it and going back and forth, I can kind of see what they're talking about. There is a more condensed version, and I really think this one is more so about how do I know, not we, but how do I know that we're ready for marriage? Those were I and we's. This is one I think it's more about, your inner self. And I should actually go with one that how you know that you're ready for a relationship. That would be, maybe that's the next show, right? I'm working backwards, but it's okay. This is the first test. My dude just did that. He put you on your emergency contact, Annalie? How do you feel about that? That he put you on your emergency contact? Okay, okay, I got you. Oh, Annalie, you might, it might be coming. Okay, so let's go to the 7 signs that you're ready for marriage, and I think again, I think it's you as in you, not we're ready for marriage. Uh, the first one is you're ready to commit. And that falls with not finding it other people, not looking for valid. I guess we're always looking for some type of validation. I guess it's really just not looking for someone else, and you're with that person. You're ready to be just with that person. So, yeah, I like that. You know, or and like yourself. So, um, I don't know. That one's a loaded one because we're always finding things about ourselves. We're always looking for new things about ourselves. We're always trying to find the truth about ourselves. So, I think that's a constant journey, right? Like you're always trying to know, let's say there's some things that you didn't like in the past and like you like now. I mean, if you close that off and not always looking for new things in life, not a new partner, but new things, I think you kind of shut yourself off. So I don't like that one so much, but I understand what it means to know yourself. So I guess you would know, um, what you don't like. Your partner might, your partner should know that too, though. What you like and don't like, but know that those can change, but not a dramatic change. Like, you know, we're gonna go past that one. You're The third one is you're able to care for yourself. And what does care look like? So, whoever is still live with me, what does care look like to you? Because this one just says that you care about yourself. So, does care means the way you look? Does care mean a mental state? Does care mean I don't know. Care could mean so much things. So I don't know. So, but caring for yourself, yeah, okay, I can see that. I do a lot of shoulder moves, and I need to stop that. I don't like that. Anyways, yeah. So third one is you're able to care for yourself. The fourth one, you have realistic expectations. Realistic expectations. So, what would be an unrealistic expectation? Because in a world where everything is possible, what is really uh, realistic? What is a realistic expectation? Let's think. Um, let's say I tailor this to finances, right? Um, so say you're with somebody and their expectation for you is to pay all the bills. Realistically, financially, are you capable of doing that? Can you expect yourself to pay all those bills by yourself? Those are realistic expectations. Sorry. So, are you uh are you truly real with yourself and what you expect? Number five, you're clear on your life vision. Ooh, ain't that a big one? Clear. Look like we're having some delays. Let me try to exit out of some of these so that we'll have a better speed. I don't know why my speed has decreased. Doesn't make sense, but it's okay. Okay. Um, Clear on your life vision. Woo! I think this is expected by a lot of people, right? And again, your life vision, it turns into money for me, but I don't want everything to be about money because rich people get divorced all the time, and who's to say they weren't ready? But your life vision, oh, I know, it's really what you want to be in life, right? You're still not searching. I'll say this, for majority, that's probably right. You know, out of all the relationships I've been in, this the one now, is the only one that have shown me like they want to go through the thick and thick, right? Um, so like my life vision has changed from the first time I met this person into who I am now. My life vision was to, work, have a good job, provide, and just be that provider that society has said a man should be. Um, but my life vision changed once I found out, at one point my mom had lung cancer, not a smoker, not a drinker, none of that, and she had a mass on her lung. So, I quit my job, moved back to Florida to be with my mother. But doing that, I sacrificed the job that I had. I even sacrificed the industry that I was in because my life vision kind of changed. My vision was now there to take care of my mom, which there's plenty of people that could have taken care of my mom. But the problem that I was having is that, I left for school once I graduated high school. So there were plenty of time. And then after I had left high school, I left the state, went to Minnesota. From Minnesota, I went to Reno. So there was a huge period of time that, I wasn't being the one to help out my mom. So, at a certain time, I was like, it's time for me to put in that work. And my partner that I'm with now understood. So, I was in Reno. I left, moved 3,000 miles away, and then that person still wanted to be part of my life. My vision of how my life was changed, and then eventually she changed the vision of her life to be with me. Life vision. I think people think it's like the ultimate who I want to become, who I want to be, but it's really the journey of your life, the vision of how you see your life going, and the vision of your life change. But one of the things I always wanted to be was my own boss. So, in a way, God works in mysterious ways, and it pushed me to get to where I really want my vision of my life to be. But in a relationship, sometimes visions change, and in a relationship, you have to understand that, and you have to be like, okay, even with this new vision, I can still see it being a successful one for us. So, yeah, so that one's a loaded one. I know I went a little off topic, but I think I went off topic to be on topic. Um, and hopefully one of these days I will run a cable up here so we won't have any issues with the live, seeing that I want to do this once a week. So, anyways, this is the first one. I think I'm doing okay. All right. You're so the what is this? 6. You're essential, and you're the deal breaker. Um mm, yes, you're essential in the person. My girlfriend talks about being she doesn't use essential. She used a word uh ooh, I can't even think of it. She would kill me right now. She used uh I forgot the word she used, but it's not purposeful. But are you doing these things on purpose? Did you plan to do these things, or it just so happened? Do you think about this person on your day to day, and you're like, oh, attentional. That's what is it intentional? Did you think about calling her? Was the reason for calling her was that love? Hey, I just want to talk to you. Stuff like that. I think that what it means. And deal breaker, like, you can't find anyone else. I feel like a better deal anywhere else. Not that you can't find someone else, but you can't find this good of a deal anywhere else, right? So I think that's what they mean by deal breaker. And the last one is you're not hoping your partner will change. Ooh. You're not hoping your partner will change. Now, to be honest with you, right? My mom's calling me. I gotta call her later. Mama, hello, Pita. Ma? I think she probably called me by accident. You're not hoping your partner will change. That was a hard one, right? Like we when we get in a relationship, we don't look for the perfect person. We don't be like, oh yeah, they're perfect. This is the one, they're perfect. We look at similarities, or we look at things that we like about the person and say, okay, we take what we like, what we don't like, Mama huele Pita. Why she keep doing this? I'm about to put my ringer off so I accidentally miss it. Okay. So like you're not hoping your partner will change. So what was I saying? Oh, we there's a saying like we take them as they are, and but usually taking them as they are is just working with how they are right now. A lot of times in our mind, we feel as if people will change. Like these are the habits that I don't like, and eventually I can get them to change these habits, or they won't have these habits, or this is just the right now. But unfortunately, people are the same. What you well, here's the thing. Two parts. It depends on if the person is genuine from the beginning, right? So you see this person, there's things that you like about them, but there's things that you don't like about them, right? And usually those are the people that don't change, and you're hoping that they change, right? They're the ones that don't change, but these are the people that change, and it's a bad sign, right? In the beginning, they're perfect, right? They do this, they do that, they do this, they do that. And if there's no situational changes, there's a cause, there's an effect, and these causes are happening, then that means they weren't genuine from the beginning, right? So say these are the persons that always buy you flowers, always call you, blah, blah, blah. They got a routine, right? But over time, these things change. So, and they become a different person. It might be that, they were putting their best full forward, best full forward, meaning that they wanted to fool you in showing you that this is the type of person I am. But in reality, life showed you that this person wasn't all that great, right? So, change can be beneficial for you because you get to see who they are, but this is seeing who they are and hoping that there's a change. Now people do change, so if it's like a small thing, I mean, any partner you're with, you're going to want some changes into them regardless. But most importantly, it's not your deal breakers. They're not breaking your deal breakers, and that might be the commitment, cheating, and this and that. Although there's different type of relationships out there, and what you consider as cheating might not be considered as cheating to someone else. So again, it's all situational. It's all about the people you're around. So I gave you 17, was really 16. The 17th step was they got all these signs. Let's move that. So 16 signs that show that we're ready. 7 signs that show that I'm ready for marriage, right? But I want to go over a few things to kind of and it's about marriage. Divorce rates, right? A lot of people hold back and don't want to get married because they feel as if and I will post a full video when this is done, because I know I made sure to record this. It's glitching, so I'll do the high definition video. I'll upload it and make sure that you all can review this with no frame issues. But anyways, so the divorce rate, a lot of people don't want to get married or hold off on getting married because the biggest fear for them is divorce, right? Nobody wants to get married just to get divorced. So I just wanted to throw in some not situational just statistics, but the rate of divorces in different states, and maybe I'll throw in why I feel they're in a higher rate. So I'm gonna go 10 to number one. Um, being states with the highest divorce, right? And I do believe it's per what they say capita, whatever that word that they use when they're like, these ain't the total numbers; these are percentages. So, number 10 is Alabama. Oh, Alabama and Missouri together. Hmm. Anyways, I'm gonna keep recording. Alabama and Missouri together is 10 at a 9.1 percent divorce rate. Um, I don't know if these are percentages because, to be honest with you, a 9% divorce rate is I think is good, but it just might not be. It just might not be. All right, number 9, Kansas with 9.2. Number 8, Utah with a 9.4. Number 7, Delaware with a 9.4. Number 6, Wyoming with a 10. Number 5, Kentucky with a 10. Number 4, New Mexico with a 10. Number 3, Nevada with a 10. Nevada. I didn't say Nevada. Trust me, it's a difference. They'll let you know. Number 2, Oklahoma with a 10.4, or Nevada with a 10.2, Oklahoma with a 10.4, and Arkansas, or Kansas, whatever you want to say, is a 10.7. Now, I was going to say that it's because it's up north, but I'm seeing New Mexico, Nevada. I can tell you why Nevada has a problem. Oh, these are places where people have too much time on their hands. I don't see big cities or big states with big cities. I'm just thinking people are bored there. And there's not a lot of fun things to do. Fun in a relationship is kryptonite. If there's no fun, there's no relationship. Trust me. That's probably one of the biggest things, right? So, ooh. Okay, cool. All right. Now, these are states with the lowest divorce rate. I'm going to start at 10 and work my way up to number 1. Number 10, Massachusetts with a 6.4. Number 9, Wisconsin with a 6.4. Number 8, Iowa. Just throw what I said earlier out the window because I don't know how they working. Number 8 is Iowa. Number 7 is New Jersey with a 6.3. Iowa 6.3 as well. Number 6 is Illinois with a 6.2. Number 5 is New York with a 6.1. Number 4 is Pennsylvania with a 6.1. Number 3 is South Dakota with a 6.0. Number 2 is the District of Columbia with a 4.8. And number 1, I guess nothing to do, keep you together too, is Maine with a 4.8. So yeah, scratch all that I said. You don't know what's keeping these people together. So this has been the Jonas Morning Show, brought to you by Jonas, known as Pierre. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for interacting. This is something that I've wanted to do. I've thought about that. I have it on my calendar. I missed 2 calendars before, and today I was just like, you know what? It's time. So I did it. So I appreciate everyone that was here. Anna Lee, Patrick, my boy. I used to work with Patrick. And Michael, which I used to work in a radio show before, and he used to be a guest every week, always participating, and it was nice to see him. It was really nice to see him. So that worked out. Again, thank you for tuning in. This is Jonas with the Jonas Morning Show, and see you next week. Thank you.